Okay guys, so we went out and checked the trap line this morning. I didn't film at all because the tent had water in it. We pretty much just got up and went. So what I'm going to do, it rained really hard last night, pretty much all night. I'm just going to cut some sagebrush to throw in there because it's starting to become a mud pit, and I want to try to prevent that as much as possible. So yeah, just going to cut some sagebrush, toss in there, and probably work on a couple projects. So stay with me. I was going to build a loom today, but everything's so wet and muddy, and I've had so much trouble this morning trying to get stuff done, and I just don't have time. You know, the reality to something like this is people on YouTube like to make it look all glamorous, and YouTubers, like I said, they'll romanticize this stuff, and people get a false assumption about all of this, and then when their day goes bad, they pretty much stop doing it. So the reality is, if you are filming, or you are going to start your own channel or whatever, you're going to have really crappy days of filming, really crappy weeks of filming. Not everything's always going to go as planned, much like this week. But you just gotta roll with the punches and just keep going. You got, like, right now, yeah, I'm mad, but there's really nothing I can do about it. It hasn't been sunny here for a while, so my Blue Eddy is dead. Therefore, I'm not able to charge camera batteries. I've got storage filling up on everything, even on my external hard drive, so I've got to go pick up a new one. So that's just reality of it. Okay, so sorry about the crazy hair. It's been a really long morning. So kind of give you a little backstory of what happened this morning. Mark and I went to bed last night after I made the possum oil, and shot a little clip on that. His hair is crazy. So after we went to bed, we woke up the next morning, or this morning, and the wall tent was full of water. So in order to circumvent that, we spent about an hour or so just cutting sagebrush out here in this field to fill in the wall tent, to kind of maybe sop up some of that water and keep the mud down, because it's starting to get really muddy. So after that, what I did was what you guys saw. I was digging a trench on the side that the water was coming through, hoping that the next time it really rains like it did last night, that it redirects the water. So we went and checked the trap line first thing this morning. Nothing in the trap line. So this is just reality of stuff that happens whenever you're in the woods. Almost everybody on YouTube doesn't want to post footage of them having a bad day or when things aren't going right, things like that. The reality is it's going to happen. And if they're actually out there doing this stuff and not just sitting at a desk getting a new knife every other day, posting on social media, and then acting like that's bushcraft, they won't understand what it's actually like. So, you know, if you're a content creator, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, if you're in the woods a lot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna have days just where nothing goes right. I was supposed to film me fleshing a deer hide today and get things built, but instead of doing that, we did this morning. And now we're just gonna work on the fire pit area. The deer hide will have to wait. We have to get it back into the freezer. That way the hair doesn't start slipping on it. So, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, you're just gonna go camping and everything's just gonna be happy-go-lucky. Everything's gonna go your way. It's gonna be beautiful and romantic, and that's not reality. Right, Bart?
That's true.
So, you know, what people don't see is the work behind the camera, the batteries and things not charging, storage, you know, on your laptop, from your laptop filling up, your SD card's filling up, so you got to move everything over, but your laptop's full, so you got to figure out a way to get around that. They don't see the camera lenses fogging up every single morning whenever you're trying to film something, and you have to wait 30-45 minutes. That way the lenses won't fog up anymore. You know, people don't see that kind of stuff. They just see what we're building, things like that, and they think that that's all there is to it, which is just not true. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a perspective on kind of what's going on right now. The wall tent is filled with sagebrush. Probably have to add a little bit more later on. I try to put the best content out that I possibly can for my viewers. Being out here for 40 days and, you know, pissed off, tired, hungry, and you stand up, you start to get dizzy. You know, traps aren't full, things like that. You know, it's very easy for someone to get really aggravated. Alrighty guys, so it's been a long day. Nick just arrived, or my dad. Some people give me crap for calling him Nick. He just got here. Alrighty guys, so this is the big dog. It's my dad, one that started me on all this stuff, what, 10 or 12 years ago?
Probably.
So he's the one who started all this stuff, and then I'm just, you know, finishing it. So he's gonna stay with us in the wall tent tonight. I think we're gonna split some firewood real quick that I cut up earlier. And then I'm gonna go over some personal hygiene stuff later in the wall tent, and then cook up some possum that I got earlier on the trap line today.
Oh yeah, you should.
Come on, man. But we got a possum earlier today on the trap line. Bart left this morning, so we pulled traps. I have 2 DPs out, which are dog-proof traps. That'll be fun.
Yep.
Well, all right, let's get to work. Let me chop this one. I'll show you how it's done here real quick.
Yeah, okay.
This is one-handed.
Mine flew out farther.
Oh, God. Here we go. That's some good wood. It's split nice and easy.
Here, I'll split this in again.
Here, let me see that one real quick. What you can do is you can put them together like this. And if you're really good, 4 pieces.
What I usually do is set it up there, and I split it like this, and it goes into 4 pieces automatically.
Oh, I figured.
That's what I do.
You're the bushcraft master.
Oh yeah.
Basically, what happened this morning? Got up. I didn't film the part where we were pulling traps, just because Bart had to leave and we were trying to get it done. We came back here, made some projects. We're cutting some firewood for the night. It's pretty cold. It's supposed to be right around 20-something degrees tonight, so trying to get the wall tent nice and heated up and good going. Okay guys, so we've got our food bucket right here. Got our possum over here. I don't have any eggs with me. I've already ate those. So what I'm going to do is pull my stainless steel Pathfinder bowl over here, link in bio. I'm going to put a little bit of flour inside this bowl. This is just all-purpose flour. Just like that. And like I said, I don't have any eggs or anything to dip this in, so I'm kind of got to make a slurry with the flour. I'm actually going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper to this. That way I don't have to worry about that as much later. Heavy seasonings with possum, guys, is the key, because possum is kind of greasy. Take a little bit of water from our canteen here. Should be good enough. I'm gonna use a knife because it's gonna be a little bit less messy. Try to make somewhat of a base with this. It's a little too thick. I need to add some more water to it. Like I said, typically I would just do an egg wash and dip it in the flour, but I don't have any eggs with me today. I've already ran out. We already ate them whenever Mart was here. Just like that. It's about what I'm looking for. So we'll see how this works out. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to do, but it'll give us a little bit of a breading. I do have some cooking oil with me, just from the house. Because I kind of want to fry this stuff, but I want it to have somewhat of a breading, so I'm anxious to see how this will work out without any eggs. Like that, and we'll set this on the stove, let it get hot. I'll be right back with you guys. I've been out here for over a week now, and as you can imagine, no shower, my hair's kind of greasy. So what you can do is you can take some of this flour, kind of rub it around in your hands a little bit, and rub it in your hair. So it'll kind of keep the oils down, it'll keep the smell down. Like I said, it doesn't take a whole lot, but if you start to feel nasty, things like that, this is easy enough, and it's something we already have. Just another use for flour. You can use it as hygiene. So, like I said, hygiene in a situation like this is super important. Not only that, it makes you feel a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll kind of pull our pan off of here. Try not to spill too much oil because it is pretty full. Grab a couple pieces of our possum here. Kind of dip it around in there. Drop her in the oil. Basically deep frying it. Toss another leg here in the flour. Get this whole thing coated. Like I said, I don't know, not exactly sure how this is going to work out. But I guess we're about to find out. Just like that. I still have one more piece to fry, but I need a little bit more room in that pan. Got our handy dandy spatula here. Flip some of these dudes over here. So the breading isn't really working out. It's just falling off, which is what I figured would happen. Like that. Just imagine it's like chicken tenders. My light went down on my thing, so I think one of our pieces of possum is pretty much finished. Go ahead and eat this bad boy. The breading kind of worked, but it kind of didn't work. Piece of this guy, nice big hunk. Got some of this fat off. I'm not a fat eater. I don't like gristle. It's just one of my things. Kind of a texture guy when it comes to eating. Yeah, that's not bad. Salt and pepper is a little bit strong, but other than that, it tastes pretty good. There wasn't much meat on this little sucker. He wasn't very big at all. Possum meat is a little bit stringy too, you could see. It's kind of tough. Yeah, screw it. I'm tired of doing it. I'll just pick the leg up and eat it. Pretty good. Alrighty, guys. It's been a long day. My hair's a little crazy because I just put the flour in my hair while the possum was cooking up. Ate some possum. It was actually a little bit greasy. I should not have cooked it in that grease. It was actually really greasy because possum is greasy already. And the breading didn't really quite work out. I think we're just going to hang out here for a little bit and probably hit the hay. We're both pretty smoked for today. Worked on some projects and got some stuff done. So see you guys in the next one.